Today, especially in a very materialistic society that we're living in, there are people who say, well, you can't trust the gospel because they talk about supernatural occurrences.
Right.
They talk about miracles and they talk about things that just don't happen. Um, for example, raising people from the dead. What would you say
Right.
to those skeptics?
Yeah. There's a famous skeptic named David Hume, a Scottish philosopher who raised questions about miracles and said, well, you can't believe any account of a miracle because they violate the laws of nature. And the laws of nature, as we see, are consistent. And therefore, any report of a miracle must be a mistake or made up or something. Here's the misunderstanding with that. I'm holding a pencil. If I were to drop this pencil, the law of gravity says it would hit the floor. But if I were to drop this pencil and someone were to reach in and grab it before it hit the floor, they're not overturning the law of gravity. They're not violating the law of gravity. They're merely intervening. And last week, Jerry, we talked about the evidence from science that shows that there was a creator of the universe. If there is a creator of the universe, of course he can intervene. Of course he can reach in to interrupt what might be happening in the laws of nature. Of course, that would be child's play for him. But my point is, we're not these miracles are not overturning these laws of nature. They're merely intervening. And if Jesus really is the Son of God, and we have good reasons to believe that he is, then of course he can intervene in the laws of nature.
It's not difficult, or it shouldn't be, it appears to me, difficult to believe that he could intervene in whatever way he wanted to achieve his purposes.
One of the most famous philosophers in the world today, a Christian philosopher named Dr. William Lane Craig, who has 2 earned PhDs, when he was a young Christian, his hesitation about believing in Christianity was the virgin birth, because he said, well, wait a minute. In order for Mary to give birth to a male child, she would have to have a Y chromosome that females don't have, and so it would be impossible for Mary to conceive a child without the normal process of conception. And it bothered him terribly until he realized what you just said, which is that if there is a creator of the universe, and the evidence shows that there is, um, it would be child's play for him to create a Y chromosome for Mary. So, these are simple things for God to do if indeed God exists. And we've talked about the evidence from science that indicates he does.